So we've been talking a lot about EVs. It's only right or fitting that we touch on the current state of the gas prices. I filled up my little 4-cylinder yesterday from a half a tank and it was $27. So that's abnormal. I used to fill that thing up, honestly, for $25. I used to fill it up from E. So it's definitely affecting fellow Americans. So let's get the current state of the gas prices and go from there.
Fuel prices across the U.S. have put the spotlight back on EVs. Interest in other parts of the world,
Common theme of the show, common theme of the pivot this week, apparently.
as in Europe, has jumped. But in the U.S., it's a little early to tell.
Data from Edmunds shows that in April, more customers did trade in their gas cars for EVs, both in the new and used markets. The increase was about 7% overall. Popular segments, small and mid-size SUVs, saw the biggest jumps. There is also a rising number of repeat EV customers.
I'm trying to find a Model Y performance on the low. I'm trying to get it off of Tesla's website just so I know I have that sense that it's definitely good to go. I haven't really been going from retail dealers or anything like that, but definitely looking for a Model Y performance 2023 to 2025 used. That's what I'm in the market for. Under 30. That's my goal.
Edmunds Senior Director of Insights, Ivan Drury, told me that the increase is significant, but it's not immense.
It's not like we're seeing an influx of people with like 3-year-old cars saying, I gotta get an EV, these gas prices are killing me, I don't care what it costs. Like things like that, definitely not yet.
Edmunds data from dealerships shows that EVs are still among the vehicles with the best financing offers. Aaron Keating, an analyst for Cox Automotive, told me that data from Cox's sites like AutoTrader and Kelley Blue Book indicate that some buyers are at least showing some interest in EVs when they shop.
They were already in market, they're considering, prices are going up. Why the heck not look at EV vehicles that are available?
It's important to separate new EVs from used ones. The used market has seen a surge in sales. A lot more EVs are coming into the used market right now. Most of those vehicles are coming off of lease. One of the reasons for this is that the federal tax credits came with a loophole that allowed EVs made outside the US to still get the credit if the buyer leased them. So there is a lot more supply and prices are lower. But in the new market, overall transaction prices and interest rates are still quite high, and gas prices are probably not hurting customers enough to spur everyone to go out and trade in their cars for a new EV if they don't need to.
Why would someone take on a new car payment when they don't have to, unless they're in the upper end of the K-shape and it's no big deal to them, and why not?
In addition,
Well, I disagree with that. I know some folks personally that have been trading in their gas vehicles, and they're justifying it by basically, the savings of the payment may stay the same. A lot of times Tesla offers the 0.99 interest rates or the APR, and they've been just justifying saying, hey, I'm paying the same payment, but I'm not getting gas. And, they're justifying it in their minds. So it's happening out there. It may not be the norm right now, but it's happening.
Usual cognitive and behavioral barriers to EVs still exist. The concerns about
Plus, if you can charge at home, that definitely plays a factor. Vice charging out, out on the economy or fast charging. So that's all added into the equation, whether it makes sense for you to ditch the icing and grab the EV.
times and charging infrastructure.
Those factors haven't gone away simply because gas prices have gone up.
But industry analysts say these unexpectedly high.
And I can add, once you make that switch to the EV, it doesn't matter. This very well and will happen again. Ebbs and flows with gas prices, they fluctuate. So at least if you go ahead and jump and grab your EV, you got that safety. Unless the electricity bill starts to get crazy per kilowatt. Right now it's in the cents, so it's very affordable.
Prices are bringing EVs back into the public discussion just months after the tax credits were removed and automakers started announcing multi-billion-dollar EV investment write-downs and pivots back to gas vehicles.
The good thing for EVs, I think, in the future is that this crisis happened right at the proper time where we were starting to pull back on attention on EVs because we knew that the credits went away. And this helps them stay in the conversation.
So that's that.